Okay, so you're curious. You want the important info quickly, right? That's why we do this. Today, we're tackling something pretty wild. The whole phenomenon of crypto cults.
Yeah, it's a term that gets thrown around.
Exactly. We've got this great article that really digs into what they are, maybe why they are, and what it means for, finance generally. Let's jump in.
Right, and what hits you immediately from the article is this almost religious kind of feeling it describes. People chanting coin names at conferences. It suggests belief is kind of taking over from logic.
Totally. It's not just, I hope my stock goes up.
Mm-hmm.
The article stresses how deep this goes, becoming part of who someone is.
Uh-huh.
Like wearing the logos constantly, getting tattoos, engaging in these online battles. Digital warfare, they call it.
That's a serious level of commitment, yeah. And if you look at the bigger picture, the article talks about this intense tribalism.
Ah, like the different crypto camp.
Exactly. You've got your Bitcoin maxes, right? Convinced Bitcoin's the only real deal.
And then the XRP fanatics thinking Ripple's going to change all of banking.
Or even the Dogecoin folks. Started as a joke, but that collective energy actually achieved some surprising things. Creating these us versus them groups seems key.
And these groups, the article says, they're not just casual chats. They're like mini societies online.
Uh-huh. On places like Reddit, Discord, Telegram.
Yeah, and they have their own strategies, their own kind of propaganda to pump their coin. Fierce loyalty.
And if you doubt it, you're suddenly a FUD spreader.
Right, spreading fear, uncertainty, and doubt. It shuts down discussion.
Which brings us to leadership. The article mentions these charismatic figures.
People like Vitalik Buterin with Ethereum.
Yeah, or the mystery of Satoshi Nakamoto or Charles Hoskinson at Cardano. The article points out that the line between a legitimate visionary leader and someone with maybe a god complex, it can get blurry in these really devoted communities.
Because it's not always about cold, hard facts, is it? The article really hammers this home. It taps into something more basic. Hope. Maybe hope for huge returns fast.
Fear, too, right. Fear of missing out, FOMO.
Exactly. And just that human need to belong, to be part of something big.
It's a powerful mix. Can definitely cloud judgment sometimes.
And look, the article is clear. Not every crypto community is a cult. That's important.
Absolutely. But it describes this subtle slide from just being a really enthusiastic investor
to becoming what it calls a digital zealot.
Yeah, where the hype matters more than the reality, and OCHDL just holding on no matter what isn't a strategy anymore. It's like dogma.
And here's a really interesting mechanism the article points out. Success breeds more belief.
How so?
Well, when the early believers get rich, their gains become the proof. It's like their success story is the sermon that convinces everyone else.
Right. Reinforces the whole narrative. Makes sense. So if we pull out the main threads from this article, what are we really seeing?
Well, one big thing is just how much emotion drives markets. It's not all spreadsheets.
Definitely. And second, that deep human need for community, for belonging. Crypto seems to offer that.
And third, crypto itself. It just has this power to create these really compelling stories, these almost myth-like narratives people can, believe in.
Which is powerful, but also, as the article suggests, potentially dangerous. Right?
Yeah, if belief completely takes over from asking the hard questions, that's where people can get hurt.
So it really boils down to this distinction the article draws. Are you an investor doing your homework, making calculated risks?
Or are you a true believer where your money is tied up with your faith in the project and your place in that community? It's a crucial difference.
Okay, so wrapping this up. We sort of peeled back the layers on this mix of finance and intense belief you see in some crypto circles.
Yeah, look at the psychology, the social stuff behind it.
So maybe a final thought for you to chew on. How does that element of belief, that gut feeling, that strong conviction shape how you see value and risk?
Not just in crypto, which is obviously volatile, but maybe in other parts of your life too. Something to think about.